Hello guys to the new recap of today. Today is gonna be a little bit easier for me to explain my thought process because I saw price actually playing out, and I'm gonna go over what I saw, what I wanted to see price do for me to take a trade, um, which I did, but it was a break even. So we'll start. I'm gonna turn this one off because it's not really useful for now. Okay, so we'll start right here. As you can see, the market just opened today, trended lower, which was the first thing I didn't really like. We had no clear Asia range, no clear London. There was like nothing really. For me, that I like to build structure later. When we swept this low, I was in a call with a couple people, and I explained that we're gonna build structure right here. And if we can hold this, we're gonna see upside. If not, we're gonna see further downside, maybe the daily rejection block right here, which was a level of interest for me. But yeah, that's about it for that. So we had this swing low right here, and we had an SMT with ES at this time. So I think this was the low, right? No, it wasn't this one, it was this one. So as you guys can see, I do have a huge SMT. No, it wasn't this one either. It was. This was SMT. Now we have it. So I did have this SMT on ES right here with this bullish one on Q. I wanted to see CE get tapped right here to then get a move back up, which the way London formed we didn't get. So what I wanted to see was this rejection block hold up, and I'm gonna get into detail why soon. And same thing right here on ES, but in this case you guys can see when market opened we got an SMT, which led me to believe that the weaker asset, in this case ES, was going to sweep the low of the rejection block right here, and AQ was going to hold it, and then we get to move. So this was the first one. SMT right here, SMT right here. I'm just gonna mark it out better. Actually, here doesn't really matter which how you guys use. So yeah, when the market opened and we go on the lower time frame, you can see how ES was the weaker one, which was pretty much told by the SMT, right? ES pretty much chose direction, while NQ just didn't want to move at 10 a.m. The chop was probably caused by this SMT we had right here. So this was the SMT before 10 a.m. And I think it was this one right here. Yeah. This was the other SMT. So we did have these two SMTs in place for 10 a.m. What I wanted to see was an actual open low into the C of this with engineered liquidity right here, because the 1 hour looked pretty good for that to happen, and we would have still kept like the external SMT that I wanted to see with this low. So you can see right here, ES already swept this low and Q did not. So at the time where I wanted to see an open low, we already had like bullish SMT. So I didn't really think this one would hold. This was just as a retracement for market open. I thought the bullish one right here would hold. But we did not really open lower into this. We opened higher and then stayed above 10 a.m. right here, which made this one pretty much look like the wick to the upside for the 1 hour candle, right? This was to trade the 1 hour range. I'm gonna get into the 4 hour range, or like the 4 hour 10 a.m. expansion later. So no tap lower into the level, no entry trigger, no reaction, whatever, nothing really. This all while having an SMT, which didn't really give me the confidence to trade this. So I set out during this one, and now we took the low. So the rejection block failed. I did well to sit out. What I wanted to see after this though, because we already closed below 10 a.m., we look pretty bearish. I wanted to see further downside. So when we got into this range on ES, I mean, this is technically a swing high, but this one looks better. I would use this, and I would use this range on NQ right here as well. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna stick with this one because this is the right way to market fib. Technically, doesn't really make a difference right here. But yeah, you guys can see we reject 10 a.m. on ES. We reject OTE on NQ. I didn't want to enter right away at the 1 minute rejection block. I waited for 5 minute confirmation today because I didn't really like how the day played out. And I actually switched to shorts instead of longs that I wanted to see. And I took the 5 minute rejection block right here with a limit. Why with a limit? Because the risk to reward was good. No reason to wait for an entry trigger. I just wanted to see this one get tapped and then go all over. I didn't want to be left out or anything because all the people that entered on the 1 minute one could stop break even. So yeah, this was my trade. I wanted to see this low right here and close manually if we formed an SMT. Otherwise, I wanted to see the daily CE, which would have been a 127. This was a 126, close to 126, so that's fine. I did move break even right here when we tapped into the 3 minute gap. That was my break even point right here. As you can see, the delivery itself was pretty bad. And then I got stopped break even because of this internal 1 minute SMT, which was actually a pretty decent entry on ES for upside. Now looking back, I should have stuck with my long bias, even though it didn't play out the same way. I just wanted to get a trade in, and this one was up pretty well too. This one was up like 80 points on I think 6 micros, 5 or 6 micros. So this was pretty good amount of money actually, but you stick to the rules and you hope to TP, right? So I got stopped on this one on a time where I wasn't really able to enter this right here for upside. I mean, on NQ it would have been hard to find an entry anyway. So would have been ES's entry, which would have come close to stopping me out. So I don't really think this was easy to enter. Generally, the whole day today was pretty hard, in my opinion. So don't be too upset if you didn't take anything or if you took a loss. That's just how today was, how trading is. But yeah, this, in my opinion, was a decent trade because I didn't really find anything before this. Although it then got invalidated by this internal SMT. And this is the point where I say this is the expansion of the 4-hour candle. So if you traded open high 10 a.m., shorts lower, and close right here, you traded a 1-hour range. Also right here, you possibly expected further downside, which we didn't get. So what stopped my trade was T4-hour 10 a.m. candle and how it's going to play out, right? So this is now the open low. This is the distribution to the upside. This is not an open low on the 1 hour because the 1 hour candle closes right here. So the way the 1 hour candle behaved was open high, lower distribution, that's it. On the 4 hour though, you can see this is the open low into this liquidity pool, and now distribution back up to this 4 hour gap and the start of the end walk. So price is probably going to chop right here, and I don't really expect a bigger move. I'm not going to trade PM today. It's not really worth it. It looks pretty bad. But yeah, this was my reasons for my trade today. This was my reasons for the bias that I had for today. And that's where I'll hop off and leave you with this recap. If there's any more questions about today, this was just my take on it, so keep in mind my opinion. It's not the right opinion. This is how I traded it and what I did. And if you guys have a different approach to it, that's fine too. So I'll leave you with this, and I hope you had a pretty decent day overall. And I'll see you guys in the next weekend. Bye.